One piece of advice I have for substitute teachers is don't feel like you have to be Superman all the time. This can be a challenging job, and no two schools are the same, no two classes are the same, and no two students are the same.
It's important to understand that you're there to make a difference, so like making sure that you're very observant, making sure that if you notice like a behavioral issue, if you notice certain exchanges, like that you share those with somebody else so somebody else can follow through to ensure that the rules and regulations of the school are followed by everybody.
I heavily rely on the methodology of REPS, which is routines, expectations, procedures, or process, right? Hopefully there would be a lesson plan that the teacher you're filling in for had left. So that would really be a good tool to rely on to follow those reps. You want to have a very consistent environment, I feel, for the kids to learn as much as they possibly can. And that consistency does get interrupted as a substitute.
Sometimes you have a lot to work with at a school, and sometimes you really don't have that much at all. You might not be able to get through all of the work the teacher has left for you, and sometimes you might have to move the schedule around a bit because a fire drill happened that was unexpected, or something else happened that's sort of just out of your control. But you have to do the best that you can to make it through the day.
Establishing a rapport with the students and setting clear expectations from the get-go, being very competent, making sure you're setting clear expectations after you introduce yourself. I always write my name on the board.
I noticed that in elementary school, a lot of times as part of dismissal, you do have a lot of interaction with the parents. So it's important to let them know progress on the kids, maybe what was done in class, and just help them understand a little bit better of how the day may have gone. That'll really make them feel comfortable knowing that the teacher was not there, but then there was still somebody in the classroom that truly cared for their son or daughter's best interest.
I think my number one advice for a substitute teacher, get that 30-day permit. Number one, the first thing to do is to get that 30-day permit.
Engaging with the students, it's very easily just to sit back and just sit in your chair, right? That makes the class kind of go a lot longer.
Don't be afraid to ask for help because most schools want to help you succeed. So if you have to ask admin for help, if you have to ask a hall monitor, another teacher, people want to help you. So don't be afraid to ask for it if you need it.
Make sure you're walking around. Do at least 2 laps, making sure they're on task, asking, questions, answering questions. Not only does that help the students, but, it helps the teacher be engaged and not be lethargic and just sit there.